everyone, this is Cody from Server 73, and today we're speaking about the new double tank meta. I think everyone has heard about that. I think Server 105 was one of the first who played a double tank in front line with Charles and Yi Sun-jin. Why? Because Charles, as we know, is the one who's just proccing all the shields all the time, and Yi Sun-jin is channeling like a field where he has reduced damage by 30%. So they just used to play something like this. Maybe we can just quickly find it. Let's check. No, not here. We will just quickly go to the arena, and then we will see better and faster. We can see here, like Charles Athena, for example, is one example. That Charles gets protected by the other tank, and so he's going to proc his shields quite often. Like look, 20 mil healing just with the with the shields is pretty good. Is a lot. It's huge. We could just also see here Mike, I think, also playing this combination. He plays it with Yi Sun-jin and Charles. So there we can also see like 30 million healing, but his Fu-Fei is not maxed now, but when it's maxed it will be like a huge damage. He is also missing one skill, but that is the current meta that we are facing, and it's pretty hard to break it, I would say. I also have a report where Kin just out healed me in 1 minute 30, for example. In this case, look, 40 million healing is a lot, it's huge. And also the damage of Himiko is quite good. So, what is the setup and how does it actually work? Maybe we can quickly find someone with the setup. I think Spaß is using it right now and testing it a bit, but there he is. That is what he's testing. Yeah, just to see how it works. This is what we're facing: the normal dragon setup. Himiko normally with the Armageddon skill, Fu-Fei for making them control immune, and the healings coming from like all the healing skills that we know, plus Berserk and the Spring of Life. So that means the shields are actually the healings anymore. Most likely we also saw one guy from the Shadow team that could work versus the heal teams. It's Flavio Briatore. So this guy actually randomly makes the healing effect to converting the healing effect into a damage. That could work versus Athena, versus Theodora, versus Fu-Fei, but not versus the shields of Charles. So that is how it was played and how it was working. So we were facing a lot of teams in our KVK. I'm just quickly checking some reports where we were facing this one. Here, for example, Lenza, one guy who had this setup plus the 10% of body of steel plus home turf in their territory. You can see, look, even the combination of the mixed march plus Himiko doesn't really do any damage to them because it's a double. With Alex, for example, could do some damage, and Fu-Fei is pretty good, but yeah, as you can see, no one really could deal some damage, and I was just timed out. 18 million damage is really nothing from Poseidon with the normal skills. So that was pretty crazy. That is actually the combination that everyone will run in the near future, I guess. But we have some things that could break it. Here we just won, of course. I mean, I was just second, and I mean, the first battle didn't really deal some damage. I just timed out again, but I at least dealt a bit more damage, 63 million. That was way better. Also, the fear of domination is pretty helpful. I was using Snipe just to deal some damage to the back row because Himiko and Fufei is the ones that are yeah, that are being untouched when the front line is super tanky. So even though it didn't deal that much damage, but it was hitting them at least. And then Cardi was facing, yeah, like killing him. So what could be different? So as we know, it's just healing and shields. The best solution would be to put Genghis Khan. For example, Genghis Khan is extremely counter. I couldn't test him because mine is just resetted. Because when you use him, for example, with Adrenaline Rush, Wind Rage, just to proc him, to make him as a support, that he's going to put the wound effects all the time on the enemies, it will be a bit better at least, because then the healing of Fu Fei would be not really existent, and also the Spring of Life would not be triggered that hard. That is one solution that was working pretty well in our KVK. Then we have also some other reports, but that is something more, yeah, for like high high end. I mean, this guy is super high. But what he was testing, or we were testing in general, was what would be when you put just two damage dealers to face this team. It was Loki, of course, and Poseidon. This is also a bit random because it can be possible that Himiko with Battle Stance is taking out Loki all the time, and then it could be some other results. But as you can see, we have some reports that was just clearly a win, and it was just because Loki had some awesome damage. You don't really need infinity firepower. I mean, this skill is super OP and deals a lot of damage, but you don't necessarily need it. Spell Disintegrator is pretty good because it reduces the magical defense. You can also use Armageddon and some other, for example, Battle Stance, but Battle Stance probably on front row. Use then Armageddon and some other magic skill like, I don't know, Death Breath, Annihilation, something that just deals them poison thorn. Just to poison thorn would also be a super effective way because poison thorn is like also putting reducing the healing, so that we at least have less healing in the team, and that could give us a bit time to deal more damage. So now what to do against the, I will show again what should we do against the shields. I mean, then it's 22 million healing of the shields still, but the point would be, and the whole setup would change when you make the team like not immune to wound. I mean, it is not immune to wound, but when you would affect a wound effect or the poison thorn, healing reduce, because then the spring of life would not trigger at all. That is clear. That is for sure. So this, you only have to deal with the 20 million healing from the shields. We also have one skill that is removing shields. It's called Shatter. So during the battle, your normal attacks have 35% chance to disable enemy shields. This is actually something that could work. We tested this. It was super trash, so don't test this. But yeah, we thought it could be a game changer, but it's not. Forget this. Also, Poseidon's skill is pretty good actually, because bitten targets are unable to gain shields. So when the bitten targets are yeah, have the dot effect, then they can't get any shields, but the damage is not enough. As you can see here, for example, it was totally not enough. Only 18 million damage. I mean, of course, also with the home territory and stuff, can also be some yeah, a bit different, but still. So this is actually one solution how to deal with a double tank team. Since they will always run one healer, you can also test this guy. Where is he? test this guy, but yeah, I will go into this in another video. But this could be also a possibility. So what do we know now? Try to deal with one magic damage dealer in the backline. Try to face also with Himiko. Double attack in the front row like Alex Barca doesn't work. Use Genghis Khan and try Poison Thorn. Even though you have only a support, try it on Theodora, because then you can have some different results. That's it for now. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.